This is the Grow My Clinic podcast by Clinic Mastery, where we help you deliver amazing client experiences to grow your clinic.
Well, welcome to another episode of the Grow My Clinic podcast. My name is Jack O'Brien and I am excited to be with you today. This is a little bit of a different style of podcast episode. We want to keep you guessing, keep you on your toes, and you never really know what's going to come at you. We're going to have an interview, we're going to have a tag team of some of our team. But today, you've got me solo and we're going to talk about a bit of a live training. What we do inside the Clinic Mastery Business Academy is at least a couple of times a month, usually weekly, we do a live training where all of our members get member-only access to a live training, whether that's a guest or an insight from one of our team, and that all creates a library, a vault of unlimited, essentially, resources inside the Business Academy. But I want to give you a quick inside peek into one of the recent live trainings that we've done. We did a website review, and we were talking about optimizing your website for results, making sure that you're getting outcomes and deliverables from your website. So here's a quick little insight into what we shared in there. And to get full access to this live training, you're welcome to send me an email, jack@clinicmastery.com, to ask any questions around the Business Academy or what is soon to be our Grow My Clinic membership, which will give you inside access to some of the Clinic Mastery team and Business Academy. So here we go. Some of the things that we talked about was the point of a website. And so if you're writing this down, taking notes, this will be available in the show notes afterwards. But we talked about the point of a website. You need to have a primary objective to your website and potentially a secondary objective. But the primary objective for most clinics, whether that's physio or podiatry or osteo, maybe exercise physiology or naturopathy, the primary point of your website, why does it exist? It would most likely to be to get bookings, to get online bookings specifically. And let's not just say, we want bookings from anyone and everyone. Normally, the primary objective of your website is to get online bookings. Now, one of the secondary objectives might be something like getting phone calls or getting foot traffic to walk past your website, or perhaps just getting online traffic to your website so that you can retarget them and create authority. And we speak in later episodes around retargeting, whether that's on Facebook or on Google, and creating content for authority. You can listen to the episode with Chris Ma. You can search back through the archives either in your podcast player or on our website, www.clinicmastery.com/podcast. The episode with Chris Ma is fantastic around creating authority content. But the first lesson is you need to know what the point, what the objective, what your outcome is for having a website. If you don't know that, then you really have no end goal in mind and you don't know how to get there. The second thing we talked about in our live training is layout tips. There's a couple of really simple things that you need to get right when it comes to website. And we're going to rapid fire through these. We went into super detail on the live training for our Business Academy members. But the couple of layout tips that you want to think about is how do you create credibility? Where specifically, which real estate on your website do you use to create credibility? Is it the footer? Is it down the bottom? Is it in the top right, the top left, above the fold, below the fold? You need to create credibility using layout hacks. The second thing would be user-focused language and content, things that are focused on the user. Someone who's viewing your website is asking, what's in it for me? The old WIFM question. And so you need to ask these questions. The third layout tip would be to have simple menu items, 4 to 7, no more, no less, menu items across the top that are user-focused, that are simple and self-explanatory and don't repeat themselves. Tip number 4 would be to have individual pages. You want to build out the real estate of your website. Things like the About Us section needs to have individual pages for therapists. The services you deliver, your contact page needs to build out and have multiple pages with their unique URL slug, and we explain that in the live training, into how to customize that so that it's SEO friendly and really useful for your users. And you want to have a sitemap and privacy policy developed, because these are things that are really Google friendly and important checkboxes. We refer to them as jump shots to have and make sure. The other thing that we talked about would be calls to action on every single page. So we know what the ideal outcome of our website is, but what is the next logical step for each user on each page? So for instance, let's talk about an example for this. It might be on your one of your About Us pages for your key therapist. There might be a podiatrist named Sue Smith. And so when someone's reading about Sue, maybe her credentials, her bio, perhaps some interesting Q&A insight into her personal life, maybe there's a photo or a video, at the end of that page, what is the next logical step for the user? You don't just want to tell them about Sue, maybe show them a photo of Sue, and give your users know where to go next. Now, it's up to you to decide that. Is it an embedded online booking form? Is it a call button? Is it a list of the other practitioners so that your users can look up other practitioners? Is it links to your services page? That's up to you to decide. But what is the next logical step for each page that's in line with your overall purpose of your website? There's so much more that we can talk about around websites, and we're going to get experts onto the Grow My Clinic podcast that will talk about individual elements of design and SEO and content marketing and all the elements that go. But the point here is that your website is one of the key touch points that potential patients, potential future clients will experience before they even call you. We know now, as Chris Marr from the Content Marketing Academy has said, that Google refers to it as the 0 moment of truth, that up to 70%, and in some cases over 70% of the buying decision of people's choice of therapist is made online. Before they see you, before they call you, before they speak to you or email you, people are making decisions about their healthcare online. And your website is the home for that, so you need to be on the game. Now, you might not be a tech expert. The truth is that we're all health professionals. We've all trained at university to be health professionals, not web developers or content marketers. But as a health professional in business, as someone who owns their own clinic and wants to grow their clinic, the impetus is on you to take seriously the call to present great information to your potential clients and to those who are browsing on the web. And so therefore, your website is a critical ingredient in that mix. And it's on us to develop the skills to be able to manage our website. Now, in the early days, maybe if you're a startup, you're a solo practitioner or a small team, you might be the one that needs to manage your website. Down the track, as you grow and you get scale enough, you might be able to outsource it. But what happens? We at Clinic Mastery speak to far too many clinic owners who outsource their web development, who outsource the management of their website to people that don't quite understand the intricacies of the health industry. And so therefore, these health clinic owners abdicate their responsibility to someone else and therefore can't control and manage the process. I'm not saying to micromanage, but you need to be able to have a grip on these things so that, one, you don't get the wool pulled over your eyes and you don't get charged too much for someone who's doing too little. But you need to know the outcome. You might not have to do all the work, but you need to know the outcome and how to manage that process. Your website is such a key element. And so what we did in the live training inside the Business Academy is that we went live and looked at some examples of websites of our members, and we did a live critique. This training went for nearly 90 minutes. Did a live critique of a number of different websites inside our community, outside our community, in the health industry, in different industries. And so we're able to really go granular and analyze the performance of websites and how they can be optimized, A, to help more people, but B, to grow your clinic, to create more traffic, more inquiries, more conversions, therefore more patients, and a more valuable business that is able to help more people. Your website really is a key ingredient. It is one of the ingredients that has helped us at Clinic Mastery and our community really amplify the growth of their clinic to get more traffic, more inquiries, more people coming in for treatment, and the website is one of the key elements to that. So make sure that you're working really hard on optimizing your website, that you know the point, know the ideal outcome, what is the objective of your website. Hack away at a few simple layout tips, and then make sure the calls to action are really clear. It's just touching on some of the insights into what happens in a Clinic Mastery live training for our Business Academy, amongst all the other content, community and coaching that is available. If you found this episode helpful, why don't you reach out? Like I said, send me an email, jack@clinicmastery.com, perhaps inquiring about our membership or our Business Academy. Maybe send me an email if you're interested in a potential website review. We can talk about how that works. And also, if you're willing to take your clinic to the next level, you can head to our website and join the free Grow My Clinic course. There's a free course there that will help you optimize your client experience to help more people and create a thriving clinic. You can do that. You can get all the show notes at clinicmastery.com/podcast. And as always, we really appreciate your reviews and ratings. 5 stars if you think we deserve it. Otherwise, an honest review is really helpful for us. It really means the world to us. And to be able to hear from you and engage from you is really helpful. I trust this episode's been useful for you. We look forward to bringing you more experts, more insights, and more tips and tricks to help you grow your clinic. I'm Jack O'Brien, and we'll talk to you again on another episode really soon.
This is the Grow My Clinic podcast by Clinic Mastery, where we help you deliver amazing client experiences to grow your clinic.